Namaste. This is Influence Academy with myself, Anusha Shrestha. I'm thrilled to welcome our viewers in our third episode. The motive of our show is to share success stories and bloom inspiration. And I'm back today welcoming Mrs. Ranju Thapa, who is a budding entrepreneur, founder of non-resident Nepali Association Women Forum, Nari Nikunja Australia, Principal Executive Officer at Sydney City College of Management, an extraordinary personality who is guiding her students and peers for a better tomorrow since 4 years. And prior to that, and also an information technology manager on various globally international companies. With all speed, welcome to our show, ma'am.
Thank you.
So how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
And how are you dealing with all this pandemic?
Being positive is the most important part of this pandemic to manage at this moment. So just being positive and hoping for the best.
So, ma'am, tell us about your careers before coming to Australia.
My career before coming to Australia was medical field. I was a health assistant in Nepal and working in very rural areas with the project, looking after especially for family planning, women and counseling and all these things that's, in Nepal context, that what is the children and women health and the children mortality. This was my field prior to come to Australia.
When did you arrive at Australia and what were your beginnings like?
Right, okay. Actually, I came Australia as a dependent of my husband in student visa. In 1995, he was studying as a master's in engineering. So being a master's student's wife, even though now still the same, right? You can work full time.
Yeah.
And that was the privilege. Even though we had that privilege, it was hard time for students to get the job. And because the population was very low that time and business were very low and Nepali community was also very, very low. So because of that, it is very hard to find the job what you were looking for, and struggling time. So we had to struggle a lot, but because of my medical health assistant, I tried to pursue the same career here in Australia, looking for a lot of nursing homes. So many nursing homes actually. I walked and I went to interviews and everywhere, about hundreds of nursing home I've been to. Everyone say that, do you have Australian experience? And because until one give you the job, you won't have any experience in Australia. So that was my my first hit. So one day I actually walk all the way with a couple of friends from Surrey Hills to Annandale to go to that nursing home, and there I asked to meet the matron. Without meeting the matron, I'm not going anywhere. And I waited for an hour and then I got them. Why I want to tell this, because unless you try hard, it is the same now and before to find a job. That's there is always possible unless you try very hard on your career or whatever you want to do, right? And then I told matron that if she give me 2 days, 3 days opportunity, I can show her that I can do it, then they can hire me, right? Okay. That's how I got the job in AIM. And then after I provided the training to a lot of people on the same nursing home, asking the matron, and just 2 weeks training, they were able to get the job. That time there was no certificate 3 diploma like this, but now it changed after 1999 when I left that job and changed my career to IT.
What was your experience regarding being a spokesperson and secretary on Non-Resident Nepali Association globally?
That's totally a social work, right? Non-Residents Nepalese Association, NRNA, is mainly focused actually on Nepal. in the beginning, but now actually we have the people who are living in those countries as well. We're trying to help and things, but in the beginning it was just for the Nepal and things like that. I was secretary that time. Earthquake happened, 2015. And I had to go and work for volunteer. And the same time, I was economic blockade also happened same time. So it was good experience to work for the country, work for a community. Then later I become spokesperson, and which is a good opportunity to work with President Seskale on the both time, actually 4 years. I was the luckiest person actually in NRNA from the beginning. I worked with all the president from beginning in the ICC, because I was women coordinator, then then become secretary, deputy coordinator, women coordinator, secretary, like this. So I had opportunity to work all the president, ICC president, and at the last I worked with Seskale for 4 years, and it was tremendous learning time for me as in the community. What is volunteer work, what is social responsibility, all these things, it comes to your heart, and that's my passion as well, and it helped me a lot.
Prior to that, ma'am, what's your amazing experiences being an information technology manager on various globally international companies?
Actually, the information technology, how it came to my mind is because when I came as a dependent, I wanted to be a doctor, right? Because my field was medical. And the international student paying fee for doctor is very high. And then I wanted to change my career. Then after I had an opportunity to do the registered nurse just to study 1 year. I had 2 years credit. But I chose that what is my career going to be, or what I want actually, for my career, rather than what is the fee or what is the credit I'm going to get it, I know that's nursing also very good career, but what I want is a different, right? Even though I get 2 years credit transfer and only 1 year fee I have to pay, I was international student, and that time I decided my career is important for long run than a short term. So I chose to go to IT to study 3 years bachelor in IT in international as an international student.
You were passionate about IT.
You can say that I had no choice than doing IT, because either I have to do a medical doctor or I want to be an engineer or something, right? And when I wanted to do IT, Naresh, my husband, was already the network engineer, like electronics and telecommunication engineer. I was hoping that he might help it, but he refused to help me, because later when I go to the job, I'm not going to find the job, right? So he offered me that he will look after the children, he'll look after the kids, and the housework and things, and the study part, if you really want to do IT, you study, because IT is really hard, but it's nothing impossible, right? But
did it come easy to you?
No, it wasn't easy to me, because I didn't know IT at all. I didn't know what is computing. I never touched the laptop. He always asked me to learn. It is useful for you, because we had an IT institute at Nepal before we came. He used to run the IT institute, right? That time he always asked me to learn, but I always saying that, oh, you are already IT person. Whenever I need it, I will ask you to do it, because I'm a medical person. I better stay like this. But when I came here, I said to him that I want to do IT, but then he said, no, you can't do it. It's very hard. So it became challenging for me as well in a way, right? If someone says that you can't do it, rather than you do it and prove it. You can do anything. That time when I started IT, I had a third baby, and he was 6 months, an international student, right?
Wow.
And 10 years, 5 years, baby, and then just recently had another baby, and I want to pursue the career which I don't know, so I choose the hard path, rather than I could choose nursing, which was already known subject, And already I was working in Nepal, and I was confident that 1 year is nothing, and even the fee wise, just 1 year fee, right? But I chose IT that because first thing was a challenge. I had accepted. Second thing that I want to do something that what I like it, rather than when I go to the hospital, I may feel that I never become doctor and I had to be a engineer because I couldn't pay the fee or whatever reason. So I didn't want it to regret in the future. So I just said that okay, I want to work hard now, and later let's see whatever happens, right? That's how I actually gone to the IT.
What was your journey from being an IT beginner to a manager?
It was for me, I think because of sometime your nature, your the way of you proactive nature. That's I didn't find that much harder, because the thing is, even though before I finished my bachelor, I joined the diploma in TEF as well for CCNA on the same time. You can imagine 3 kids, part-time work, because you have to work to survive as an international student, and then full-time bachelor in IT, and then part-time again in the TEF in the afternoon, right, to do the CCNA or something. So second year was very, very hard and challenging. I had to study sometime 8 to 10 hours in one chair.
Wow.
To finish off, to understand myself, because if I don't understand, I can't do work. Then when I look for a job for industry, when I'm going to industry, that time actually I was calling from Yellow Pages, all the company who take the IT help desk people. I was calling everyone. I need a job as a IT. I need a job. Then I found one of the people gave my sister-in-law actually, Poonam, who actually gave the number to my husband one day. That number was sitting in the diary, and I called that guy and I said I was looking for a job, and he said, oh, okay, go there and apply. And I said, I got your reference from Poonam, like that. And they said, okay, you go there for the interview. So when I went for an interview, I actually, that time floppy disk, right? I actually took Nari's resume as well together. I was very proactive to talk and ask, because what I believe that's, even though there is not going to happen, or even though it's not possible, I always say that even though there is 1% possibility, better try for it. And you can make it 100% from that 1%, right? So I just went there for interview, and I gave the interview, and I came home, and I called the earlier guy. I went for interview. I want to know what's happening. And then I was calling every day. He was unless he going to give me a job, he gonna be tired of my call, right? And then on one day I got a job, and in a month time, Naresh also got the job in the same place. So that's how our career changed straight away from study to engineering. That was just network engineer in the beginning. Then later, at the end when I left, I was service integration manager in Nestle and British Telecom, global company. I had opportunity to go Hungary. I had opportunity to be a deputy team lead. All these because of sometime you have that leadership quality or something as well, or your enthusiasm. You always want to do something. You want to, when you go to work or something, you always happy. You always want to show that you have capacity to learn anything you can learn. If you have that type of attitude, I think you can grow anywhere. That's how I grow in IT industry, from beginning to the management level.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing this amazing experiences with us, and we'll be back after this short commercial break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. We're in conversation with Mrs. Ranju Thapa, who is sharing her amazing journey with us and continuing that journey. Ma'am, what was your motivation towards shifting from IT to entrepreneurship?
Okay, actually, this is very good experience. Yeah, from corporate world, from job holder to being a business. I cannot say myself as an entrepreneur yet. Because I'm still learning. But as I can say that as a business, owner, I have a lot of experience in these 3 years. I always thought that I took so many experience, as I told you earlier, my experiences. But what I found when I came to the business, those learning were nothing. The business is totally different. And especially for me, what I found is I was more towards, keen on social work, volunteer work, and being a corporate working in a job holder and volunteer work, you always feel very proud because what you're doing, your hours, your time, and your money is all after tax. You're giving to the community, right? Now, what you're doing in the business is everything cost. Everything value. Even you talk, even you ask anything, it's not free. And in the beginning, what I found is I expect many people that the same way what I did in social work, right? I felt, oh, okay, I have so many people, I have public relation, I will get help, I will get anything what I want, right? Because all the people will help me. I help them, but that's not true. What I learned is life is like a river. What you have done to the people is not going to come back to you by the same people, but it will come back to you by other people who you never have done anything to them. That is my first experience, that never do expectation, never expect anything from anyone. It's our human nature. Even we say that we don't want to expect, it's somehow it comes in your mind or in your heart. You are expecting something from the people, especially from close people. And there where you hurt, and there where you find more hurt and more things. But that sometimes it's good for you, because that is the where you learn. We need to think positive. We need to act. That's where you learn that yes, if that person help you easily, you wouldn't grow. Because of that, you like to work hard. You like to prove that whatever they said is wrong. Whatever they trying to fail you is wrong. You want to show them that you are successful. You can do it. It's not a failure. So all these things, it comes to your mind, and then you go beyond. You just go, day and night. You just don't look at it. That's how I experience in entrepreneurship. That's if you work hard, you will get it. No matter what, it takes time. Of course, you will fail. Your things go wrong. It all happen to everyone. Some people shares, some people doesn't share. But any of the people you ask in the business, they have done some wrong, some mistake, and from that they have learned and they gone, far. So that's how it happened to us as well. We learned a lot in these 3 years. Now we're still learning. I'm not saying that I have learned and I'm just, become an entrepreneur. No, not yet. I still have a long way to go to be an entrepreneur. But I can say that at least I am now a proud businesswoman. Proudly, I can say that I have learned a lot. I can tell what are the hurdles, what are the things which I can teach to the people, that you don't have to at least feel the same path, same struggle. Yeah, that is my experience. That's, but at the end you always feel good when it becomes success or something. We've been very lucky as well in this business, because so many people opened college and they waited for 2, 3, 4 years to reach the level where we are at the moment. The number of students, I'm not saying that's where we are means that we become like really high, not like that. The number of the student in our schools, how many students we got in a year of time, these are the thing I'm trying to say, that the way it grown our business, actually we become very lucky on that period. That year was luckiest year, and we were fall into that year. I know we were very struggled in 2000. Like business started from, we thought it was from 2015 when we retired from job. And 15 to 16 we actually traveled, enjoyed the life. From 16 we really started to work hard, and we had a lot of struggle, a lot of hard time. Then 17 we got registration, and then from 18 we just got the lot of student, and we've been lucky to survive and sustain. That's how we learned so quickly lot of things within these 3 years. Pain, happiness, everything came together, you can say. So, but we are trying to manage all these things, and we're growing slowly, and we're still learning.
You are a Principal Executive Officer at Sydney City College of Management. Tell us something about Sydney City College of Management.
Yeah, Sydney City College of Management actually established in, as I said, 2017, and we started with our leadership management course, and then we had IT is very popular because we both were IT, and we had an IT institute at Nepal. So still now we guarantee that our IT would be the best in any vocational college, is one of the best, because any course, I know that everybody has to teach the same course, what training.gov says, but what you give to the student, the experience, you give it to the student, the devices you're showing to them, your simulation and things, these are the things what student going to get from Sydney City College of Management in IT is totally different than others. That is my belief, that what we're trying to do the best out of other colleges. We are trying, and similarly at the moment we added a few courses which is very popular at the moment, the hospitality. We had a 2 years hospitality advanced diploma, but now we commercial cookery and diploma of hospitality. And a lot of people, I think a lot of student has not clearly understood that just by studying commercial cookery or hospitality is not going to get there what they're going to achieve. So there are so many factors and criteria they have to meet to get those achievements what they are trying to get. So out of that, they have to have kitchen hours, they have to have a job placement, and if those criteria not match or not meet, their achievement will go to the wrong direction. That needs to realize. So that's why what we have done is we have job placement guaranteed for our student. For various kitchens we have already MOU, and we already rostered them. So if the student already have the kitchen job, they have is no issues. But many students, they don't work in a kitchen. Many students, they work cleaning, factory and things like that. For them, they needs to have job placement. Yes, and Sydney City College of Management actually guarantees on that part, as that's our student have job placement is guaranteed for their 160 hours of their kitchen and 240 hours of their job placement is being guaranteed. That is actually our key point for hospitality. And the other thing is we have graduate diploma 1-year course, which is actually, that is kind of, you can say, is breeze for the people from bachelor to masters who are not, fully comfortable go directly to the masters in Australia. They can go through the, this path, or any gap filling or anything. The graduate diploma learning management gives a lot of management knowledge, and the people who actually, it's useful for the people who are actually studying nursing as well. For them, leadership management and this learning management are really good for them. Why? Because when they finish their course and they go for working in a hospital environment, they probably haven't realized now, but later when they go in a hospital environment and they want to work in a management section of hospital rather than the clinical section, these courses, the leadership management and learning and the graduate diploma learning management, will be the key certificate for them to work in those area of the hospital, and they can put that in their resume, that I have already done that one. Okay. And I have that qualification. These courses also we have. And accounting, in accounting we have nowadays, what application you guys use? Mostly
MYOB
and Xero. At the moment, Xero has leading in the market, right? So that Xero, we actually have the learning version for our students. Wow. So they can, we got a license for that, not like demo or something. We got a license for our student to learn in their class, so they can, when they get out, they will look for their own qualification job. What student needs to understand is, when they study in Vocational Education and Training Institute, this certificate for diploma, advanced diploma, these courses are very, very useful as a skills oriented if they go to the college and study well. Because I also study bachelor in IT. I went to TEF for diploma, and I got the job because of the diploma, not because of the IT. Here in Australia, the skills is a lot important than your qualification. Of course, you must have both, is better for you in life, and we should have it. We should have it, the skills and the qualification, of course. But when you go into the vocational colleges, don't think that college is just going for just nothing, No, don't waste your money, your time, not going to the college, not submitting assessment. You are paying. You better, use it, learn it. And our students are really good, actually. They're really happy and they're studying really well. And I want every student to think that way. Vocational colleges are there for them to learn the skill, industry skill, what is happening in the industry. That is for their, bachelor is for their academic qualification, not for the work. And as us, what we need to understand that when we finish our education, when we go to the market, what we do, we are global citizen, right? We global citizen, what we look for in the market? Job. We want to sell ourselves. We are product for the market. If we want to sell, want to be a product, we want to be a industry skilled. Industry skilled, provided by who? Vocational education provider, not by universities. Universities, of course, you have to have a career path.
The base.
You have to have a academic degree. When you want to go to the manager level, you must have academic degree. You should have it. But having a combination of the degree is more beneficial for you. If you have both degree, you have a lot of opportunities in life, in working environment, in the industry. That's why don't waste the thing that's, these or that. Utilize both degrees. That's how actually Sydney City College of Management has looking after like that. So we have package course as well with Macleay College, where if you do the diploma or advanced diploma with Sydney City College of Management, you can get the COE for bachelor together for Macleay to do the bachelor. Whatever you do IT with us, you do digital media. You do accounting with us, there you do bachelor of second year in Macleay. You know, you do management with us, you do business bachelor, you do hospitality with us, you do their business with the travel and tourism, course of Macleay. First year with us, second year with Macleay. So you will have both degree in your hand if you want to choose that pathway. Or if you want to choose, no, I want to do the vocational course first and later you want to go to the university, then if you study in Sydney City, we have a pathway guaranteed. That's your how many unit going to be guaranteed by Flinders. Like if you study with us and want to do the bachelor in Flinders, you get 1 year credit transfer. If you want to study hospitality with us and want to go Torrance, you can get 1 year credit transfer. You can go to the Macleay, either you go together with the package or after you still get 1 year credit transfer. And now recently our student, if they already completed for this term and next term, if they want to go to the MIT to do networking, accounting or IT, if they have done diploma with us, they can go to get 1 year credit transfer, and if advanced diploma, they can get up to 1.5 credit transfer. But our admission team will need to send their application to MIT to find out that's their qualification, but up to 8 to 12 credit they're going to get in MIT as well. So these are the things for our student, the guarantee that if they study in Sydney City College of Management. But our concern with the student is you have to utilize your money, your time, your course, everything in the college where you enrolled. That is your industry skills you're going to achieve.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for this brief introduction of your college. What is the situation like after COVID-19?
COVID-19 is actually really impacted everyone, small to large, and us as well, of course. It has impacted. And our students also impacted, a lot of his students. So in the beginning of the April, we have sent all the student survey that how many students have impacted, lost job, or anything happened, or all communication that's through the survey we want to find out. And then after our team call the student and find out. And some of the students, they don't tell, they just talk, and you will find out afterwards. And we will always encourage students to come to the student services team, express your situation, and there is always help by account team or trainer or myself, that we are always there for the student. Of course, that student also impacted by this. The same way we are also impacted, and our trainer also impacted, our staff also impacted, everybody impacted. This is a global issues, and we have to understand this, and we will get through. We will get through by helping each other, by talking to each other, sharing your issues. That's why I said to the student that by saying this COVID, of course it has impacted everyone, but do not leave your classes, because there is online classes running, there is a training, your progress, your visa status is maintained by your attendance and course progress. And I know that you don't need to go to the college, but you must join online classes and must submit your assessment on time. And of course, in regards to the fees, student always can talk to their student services team and go to the account team and talk to for the payment plan and things like that, because everybody has to survive. And everybody will be helpful this situation. And college also impacted, student also impacted. So this is very hard time. It's very hard to say anything.
Thank you, ma'am. Let's talk about students. What are your backgrounds of your students, ma'am? Are they all international students? Are they local students from here, Sydney? Or are any students back home Nepal, stuck back of Nepal, not able to come here?
Yeah, we have about 90% of Nepali student, and out of there, probably I think 2-3% I think say that they are gone to India and Nepal for holiday, and they stuck because of COVID. They couldn't come, but they studying online from Nepal and India. That's good for us because they're doing their work. They studying online. They submitting their assessment on time. That's actually really surprising for us. And thank you for those students who are stuck in Nepal and things. And hope that travel will open, soon. And we have other international student as well for onshore, but still international student, not the domestic student. And we have a lot of, this time because of the COVID, of course, we can't expect any international student from overseas at the moment. So all the student at this term is onshore student, but different countries, of course.
Ma'am, what would you like to say to your future students?
I would like to say to future student is this time is tough time for everyone, and we Sydney City College of Management are there for our students who are really need help and support. And for that you need to come to the student services team or with myself to take appointment and then come to me. If anything, we are there to support you for your assessment help, for your fee help, for your health, mental health, or your anything. We are there for our student. But you need to understand your responsibility as well, that, staying home and not sharing is not going to help you. You need to share, you need to join the classes, you need to submit assessment, be a responsible human being. Everything will be fine. It's, life is like this. So it's up and down, like what you call a bicycle or whatever the ride you can think, but it will be better next year. So just be calm, stay calm, enjoy the life, but just think positive, you'll be fine.
And ma'am, we are reaching the end of our program. Would you like to say a few words to our viewers as well?
First of all, I would like to thank you guys for inviting me here on the stage to share about my story. I really enjoyed today. That's, to share after a long time. And this COVID time, I felt that, yes, it's similar to the time we had a hard time when we came to Australia, and I understand everybody have hard time in the beginning. And I would like to ask all the viewers, all the students, all our peer partner that this is the timing to stay positive, stay healthy, stay calm, and we will go together with the 2021, hopefully will be the best for us now. Let's hope for the best. That's I want to say to everybody.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for gracing us up with your presence today.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we come to the end of our episode, and we'll be back next episode. Stay tuned, and above all, stay safe and take care. Thank you.